Gura is a beautiful countryside with awesome landscapes. If something differently would be done to the Nigerian textile industries, that our youth will be employed. Many people that attend the church here can tell you.
Service in Holy Rosa is in Guinea.
We are taking a canoe tour of the communities on the bank of River Niger in Getso. It was a Friday and it was wet in Calabar, very wet. All night we waited for daybreak with anxiety. We have our mind set for a day with the Bakassi returnees. We craved to hear their story. It rained cat and fowl all night. By daybreak, the rains had no sign of abating. It did after 12 noon. There was no stopping us then. We set sail to Bakassi Peninsula. The ceding of Bakassi Peninsula in 2005 by the Nigerian government to the Cameroonian government. To many people, they think that it is a done deal that will not have any backlash. Unfortunately, or perhaps incidentally, the backlashes are here. The Bakassi story festers. It just could not go away. In fact, as it stands now, it is a running story with the various twists and surprises. More than anything, it is a human story. As a political unit and a geographical expression, Bakassi is Cameroon since 2005. On that score, we just can't access it based on our preparation. We can stand at a discrete distance though and point out at where it is with a mathematical precision. It is the difference between the land areas of this river and Nkang. Across the river is Bakassi. This river is the dividing line between Nigeria and Cameroon. So by the time you cross this place, you are in Cameroon. That is the old Bakassi. That is the side that has been ceded to the Cameroon Republic. And that is the side where all those people I have been speaking about are coming from. If you come across, these are settlement, the settlement of these people. And the whole place is covered by water, like I've told you. Many of the inhabitants of the Bakassi who are in Nigeria now provide intelligence on the Bakassi environment.
You can see this is our place. This is our place. Just see Nigeria, see the way they are sailing to Cameroon. That side, if you see like that uncle is going to Achibong, while this other side going to Abana, Tabong, and Tama, other side as you see. This is our area who have been seated. We are just from there to Nigeria, while other people have been going to Esomba. Esomba is just like that creek, that place. Other people are going to other click like other some click here in the camp.
So you are just on the line, just
on the line. Just as you can see, this the Bakassi. This is the Bakassi.
So this is the water you fish with?
This is where we are fishing to the ocean there.
The jetty where we stand is in Nkang. It is the headquarters of the new Bakassi local government area. It seemed like when Nigeria ceded the old Bakassi to Cameroon, Cross River City government created a new Bakassi. And it is the last frontier leading to the old Bakassi. This local government, and indeed a Pabio immediately before it, have been host to over 30,000 people, literally running away from the old Bakassi, and they are still doing so. They come in batches. The first batch arrived in 2008, the last in 2017. Not many people may understand the reason why these people are migrating to Nigeria. Old Bakassi is the land of their birth, their natural geographical entity, the only place they call home. The simple logic is, when their mineral resource-rich land was ceded to Cameroon, they were equally ceded with the land. Somehow, there is a clause that offers options. When Nigeria ceded the Bakassi Peninsula to the Cameroon, at a later time there were an agreement, an accord. It was called a Green Tree Accord, and it was meant to harmonize the way Nigerians and that along the Bakassi Peninsula could live their lives after the ceding. But then, ever since, like I've told you before, life has not been very rosy to those communities on the Bakassi Peninsula who are on the Nigerian side, who mostly speak epic and who mostly now see their life as part of the Cameroon. It is intrinsically part of that accord that if you feel you wanted to come back to Nigeria, you'll come. Probably that clause allow many of them to do come back. Many are coming back. The clause in the Green Tree Agreement may have influenced the massive migration of the old Bakassi inhabitants in Nigeria. Or is it? A close interaction with these returnees actually reveals their lack of knowledge about anything on the political and diplomatic ceding of their land. Their migration seemed to be a spontaneous reaction to an economic and social embargo imposed on them by their new mother nation. From 2008 to 2017, 5 batches from Old Bakassi arrived in Nigeria. The people you see here are the 2013 arrivals. Their host community in Abuja local government area surrendered sections of their public schools to them. For the 4 years since their arrivals, these are the only places they have as home. Their social and economic conditions since were issue-based. But what pushed them to be here is much more critical. Do not love to see how many people are putting up in a place like this. There may be as many as 100 people. Well, necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. How they do it, I don't know. But sometimes the places even leak. But most importantly, I have Mr. Etim here. Mr. Etim is a leader of the team. He's here. Let me see. Mr. Etim? Thank you. Welcome.
You're welcome.
Why did you leave? Why did you come back? You are supposed to be ceded to Cameroon.
Well, our land.
I would like you to open up very well or to speak very loud.
Our ancestors' home have been handed over to Cameroon to peace to reign. It's not been that our home there, it is Cameroon. Just the Nigerian purposely hand over the peninsula, hand over our home to Cameroon to have a peace. But it is not been, it came as a child play, but caused a everlasting pain to us, which 2013, our Cameroon government mocked us to paying a rent, house permit, of costing 25,000 naira monthly, as to paying the fishing materials dues. Before we fishing in our land, we must pay money to Cameroon, and also to change our identity. Me as Etemokone, the chief, they forced me to change my name to others' name. Our village there, Usaradet, have been changed to Isankele. So from this, I insist not to change our identity because we are Efik people.
But your houses, your original home is in the Bakassi Peninsula.
Yes.
That's where your ancestors live.
Yes.
Okay, that is where that's where you grow up. You live all your life.
My father, my great-grandfather, since the 17th century, our family, you know that a person has 7 names. We have been in that place over 2 centuries. That is 100 years into 2 times. We have a document that place since 1735, it is mainly for Nigeria.
After the over 12 hours of heavy downpour, the bushy settlements in Abuja are coming back to life. There are over 6 settlements here, hosting various number of 20-30 returnees from Bakassi. This batch is 2,600 strong. They comprise of families, single individuals and children, who many arrive without their parents or guardian. They are small and on their own and in a strange land. Apart from absence of a decent accommodation, these people live their life without hospital, without school, and no means of livelihood. It is a miracle how they are surviving all these years.
We have so many problems surrounding us, but we only live by the God's mercy. We have been totally poverty, hungry. All the grace of the hunger, we're baking in the street to look for the help. Our children are not going to school. We don't have a good water to drink, and we live a sad study, a son to live in a school. A school, you know what it means, which in our home, we call the place that the grace people, the mad people are living. But the people who have been own house, own land, be able to send their children to school, living in primary and secondary school. It is a thing of pain forever.
In many of these accommodations, more than 100 people cluster to sleep. It is not about issue of married couple or male and female. It is about where to have and spend the night. In many of the accommodations, the roofs leak. Sleeping does not entail having a bed or a mattress. Bare floor is good enough. In fairness, some have mattresses. It is not uncommon to see images of elderly women with a distant look that tell stories you cannot understand. Despite the harsh conditions, however, the fertility rate here is high. Over 80% of the young girls are either pregnant or nursing a baby. No thanks to the rich forest background of these settlements. The batch here, as in other batches, have leaders. One of their duties is keeping a manifest of all the group members. There are pictorial and written manifests of all members to check infiltration, to record growth and mortality, and share interventions when they come. The greatest challenge to these returnees is not being able to say with a certainty what their status is in Nigeria. In their mindset, they believe they are Nigerians from Cross River State. More so, their linguistic identity, the Efik language says it all. Their doubt emanates from the belief they held that there is scarcely any intervention to support them with the food, school, settlement and healthcare facilities while here in Nigeria.
Only we appreciate our state government, the Benedict Ayade, the governor, who have been rendered some help to the displaced people. Promised to build us a resettlement. He's also promised that he will send us to school.
While on the subject of intervention, last year, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, supported 100 families from this batch with 50,000 naira each to pursue various agricultural programs to support themselves. The money is not refundable, but more will benefit based on what the first beneficiaries made of their collection. It so happened that many of the beneficiaries took to crop production. They took advantage of a large land area donated to them by their host community to farm and build houses. The place is some 20 kilometers from where most of them stay. I followed them to the area to see how they are faring. Now, we are in a farmland where the local community here provided for those people who are coming from the Bakassi so that they can start something which they can earn a living. It's a vast land which we are going to. But I'm interested in a place like this where you can find that there is a plantation for garden egg in which the people have started. The main farmland is far from this point. We moved together with many of the beneficiaries who took to crop production to this farmland. Various farm activities were in progress when we reached this farmland. One point of acknowledgement is that the land is fertile. We saw land clearing, but the most moving thing were how the farmers rush maize as if it were their last meal. In actual fact, throughout my stay with the entire batch, I saw them cut maize and eat them raw. It seems like they were crowded for time to put them on fire. Here, there is a big fire to roast maize on the farm. Various crops are put into cultivation in this farmland. It is basically a subsistence agriculture. There is no individual ownership of land here. The group cooperates to till the land. What is harvested belongs to the entire group. For the fun of it, what value is this one bringing to the whole production, except the will to find life? Beneficiaries of the United Nations High Refugee money, right? One of the family.
Yes, what you give me, I'm happy to carry and do my family is good.
Oh, okay. So how do you find the farming? Is the place good? Are you happy?
I'm happy, it's very good.
Okay. You think that if you can have more support, you can be on your own?
Yes, I will do more than that.
Many of the returnees put up a structure here to stay. They have an ambitious plan to build up the place too. We moved out of this place to visit another group who are into piggery from the UNCHR support. We find them on the farm and busy. Their pigs healthy.
Life is not really comfortable because we are living here by the subordinate of people, such that if people does not come here to feed us, we are not enjoying. United of High Commission for Refugees.
United Nations High
Commission for Refugees.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they are the people that are supporting us to do this.
How long have you been doing this?
It's not quite long, but it's, I believe, okay, it's not in casing, it's since 2015. Okay. And they came and helped us.
So how has it been? How has it been from that?
Okay, it's improving. It's only that we are not yet starting production, as in our piggery. But we so much thank them. We really need more help.
What do you need physically? What do you want to see happen to your life?
Okay, now we are expecting to enlarge this place. And then we need shelter.
Perhaps the story of the batch that arrived 2017 from Bakassi may be different. There are about 3,000 of them and all new. Their arrival was more dramatic. They arrived all by boat through the various creeks around the Nkang, the immediate border town from Old Bakassi to Nigeria. When the last batch of returnees from the Old Bakassi came back to Nigeria, they came back through the waterways and they come to Ikang, which is the headquarters of the new Bakassi local government area of Cross River State. Now, in Ikang, there are so many entrances, so many waterways in which the people can come in. This is one of them, in Ikang. You can see them. These are their boats, but you can see it there. And when they came back with all that they do their fishing with. They came back with their nets and they came back with their poles. And these are them. You can all have a picture of them. It tells you a story about people who have been forced to leave the places they have stayed all their life, where they were born, where their grandparents were born, where they do all their life activity there. Now they have to vacate that place to a new land, to a new area. Totally different. Many of them arrive through the main Nkang River. They have their boats there too.
So our area now, that is our area. That is where you are seeing is Bakassi, the former Bakassi, who have been ceded to Cameroon, while this is Nigeria. You also almost 5 minutes before you reach there. That's where we don't know why.
Okay, so it didn't take you long to leave that place?
It don't take us long, apart from going to Abana. You know, say Bakassi is making off of 10 words. Not all the other words are not in the same places. We have Achibong, Antama, Abana, Akpankanya, other villages. So we have in different places. It's not up to 13 like Abana. It's not almost 15 minutes before you reach to Nigeria.
These batch are hosted by communities in the new Bakassi local government area. It is not like they have something special for an accommodation. It is not anything different from the habitation of the batch 2013.
When other were coming back on 2008, 2009, other coming back on 2013 and 2012, 13, 14. Yeah. You know, you cannot just live where you were born, just like that, to go and stay in the strange land where you don't have anybody. Like me, I born there, my father, my mother was there. My mother died there, my father died there, left only me and two of my brother. On 2012, my brother died there, leave me and 3 other people. So I see myself like, where am I going to? Let me just die where I was born.
But now you have a good place to sleep?
No. Where we are sleeping, we cannot. How like 3 or 10 people sleeping in the same room. You with like me, with my woman and my children, sleeping with other person with his own woman and his own children, his own family. That's what we are facing here. Even as we stay in no water, no lights.
If the story of the man is moving, the woman's story is no less challenging.
We knew that From the origin of Bakassi people are doing fishing, and we have grown up with that. It is that fishing that our father used and sent us to school. It is that fishing that they used to build their house. It is that fishing that they do their life with. So when they came, when our young people went to fishing at the riverine, when they came to the ocean, Cameroon people will give boundary. They say, fish here, don't fish and across that side. And when the place that they are giving boundary is the place that this fishing that is the place that we can see fish there and fish, even crayfish there. Then they will do us, they will say, stop here, don't climb and go the other side. They have caused us a big problem. Now that they want to kill us, they say we should pay on each of the boat 100,000 a year. If you fail to pay the money, you pay 150,000. If you have 5 people in that boat, you pay 50,000 per each of the person for you. Then you calculate the main money. The main money for the boat is 100,000. Then women, if you are selling anything you are selling, even though it's granite, even though it's bread, you must pay tax on those things that you are selling. Then they turn to pastor. They say, pastor, if you are a pastor, you must pay 100,000 for your head. If you have 150 members, you will pay 3,000 per head.
There is something patently different with this batch. All of them used to find life in water. They are fishermen, are rich with it. They confess that coming to New Bakassi is a different life to them because they cannot till the land and there are no pushing points around. They all look in good shape though and not ready for the new life they find themselves. I visited many of the places that they put up now, and tears are flowing freely from the eyes of several of them. Tears of anger and frustration.
This is the place where we used to sleep. For one time, we just carry our load, go to find where they suffer. As a person like me, where you see me so, since I born for Bakassi, I no get any work. I no sabi boko where they rent for office, carry money they chop with family, and I get 2 wives, I get 5 children now. As you see me so, now whatever I take job. So as these people come drive us, say we will start to pay tax there. Firewood with a pay tax, so boat with a pay tax. Our children with a pay tax. Even your woman sells something, with a pay tax. Whatever they drink now, you go just buy them. Tell away the toilet, buy them. If you know one buy them, go your land.
Some of them took me to Nkang Market. This market used to be their outlet when they catch fish. They look at it with nostalgia now. It so happened also that migration of these fishermen from Bakassi and the ban of the other Bakassi inhabitants to fish is affecting Nigeria's fish market. Nkang Market used to be the main supplier of crayfish to Nigerian market because of its proximity to the Bakassi Peninsula. The supply is cut now and the prices are high. This is the crayfish section of Nkang Market. This section used to be full with hundreds of people, buyers and sellers. Now you can see the place is empty. Not many people are coming. Madam, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
I can see they told me that there could be so many people selling crayfish here. Yes. Why are they not there now?
Because Cameroon people now allow them to bring crayfish.
Okay. Tell me, how is this place used to be before that?
Crayfish used to fill this place with people with crayfish they sell market day, but now market no day again. We want government to do make market day for this income. Maybe they sell better market.
You know they sell now?
Now we know they see market sell again now.
But what was the price of the crayfish itself?
The full bag.
The full bag before, how much would they sell them? Now how much would they sell them?
We've been they sell 15,000, 20,000. Now it's 40 and 45,000. The returnees showed us market stalls where in a good market day before, loads of fish would be on display. What is available now, they say, is a parody of what is known as fish supply. The boom days are over, they lament. They also took us to the riverside, where they are nostalgic again, recollecting how this river networked them to markets and their home in the old Bakassi all their lives. They are not sure of what the future holds for them now. The locals here tell me here that this water is emptying directly to the Atlantic.
because Atlantic is only 25 kilometers away, maybe 20 minutes drive by canoe. That's how close it can be. So I just love the place because it's idyllic, the weather is cool, the business activity going on here is fascinating, and then it is just the border between Nigeria and Cameroon, or between Nigeria and the old Bakassi. The dilemma of these people is not different from the dilemma of the batch 2013. What actually is their status in Nigeria now? They are especially bitter with the way they are handled so far, complaining absence of robust intervention plans. In context of compensations of many of the Bakassi returnees, it is logical to conclude that in the coming months and years, more returnees will arrive Nigeria's home soil. The only question is, to what kind of reception?
Imagine a station where you access information. Think of a station that creates awareness for national development. Imagine a station that prepares you for a bright and greater future. A station for all ages. Documentaries, classroom and television, events coverage, children's programs and variety shows. Always stay tuned to NTA Knowledge on the StarTimes platform. Channel 359. For partnership, sponsorship and advert placements, contact us on NTA Knowledge. NTA Knowledge, learning to broaden horizon.
From the largest television network in Africa, the NTA, we bring to you Weekend File, where we seek the views of experts, government functionaries, movers of the economy, and the ordinary Nigerian on developmental challenges confronting the nation in an era of diversification, the process that is meant to reinvigorate all aspects of our national life in education, science, technology, and innovation, agriculture, health, and other aspects of societal development. The Weekend